Hello dear teachers, welcome once more to another video here in our digitalization journey. So here is the second video, and this is where we stopped in the first video. So for this second video, we are going to look at the insert and the design tab. Alright, so let's kind of click on the insert and see what it is all about. So the insert has so many subsections. So I'm going to just give you what is relevant. Alright, what is not relevant, you can try to discover it by yourself, if maybe in case you're in need of it. So let's start with pages. You could insert a cover page, a blank page, or a page breaker. Let's begin with cover page. If you click on this drop down here, now there are already standard cover pages, in fact template cover pages present in Microsoft Word. Alright, so if you click on any cover page of your choice, yeah, you try to edit. Maybe I click on this cover page, automatically it becomes the first page. If I scroll and go down, this is where my document started from, but because I've inserted a cover page, it becomes this. Now you can maybe kind of you just have to edit. If you don't want this to be there, you delete it. All right, so it all depends on you. Maybe today is, no, this is May, maybe May 22nd, for example. I don't know if it's May 22nd, but anyway, just put any date. Now document title, you can put maybe digitalization. Then here maybe Microsoft Word training. So in fact, I'm just trying to edit it. All right, let me try to decrease. So there is it. Then I can put maybe eStudy Universe is a company. eStudy Universe. All right, so that is it. That is it about the cover page. All right, so you can maybe, I don't know, try to edit and do whatever you want to do. So that's it for the cover page. Now you could also insert, now let's come back here, you could also insert a blank page, right? Though you just click on blank page, automatically a blank page appears. Yeah, you could insert a blank page. What about a page breaker? You could also insert a page breaker. For example, let me try to just do something. All right, you can make it in such a way that if for example you see this is a page breaker, if I double click on it, automatically, wait, no, I think the first, voila, you see I double click on it, automatically the two pages are meshed together. All right, so for me to insert it, I can just come and click on page breaker, and then you see a kind of a separation, and then you can even anyways, let me try to go back there. Voila, so okay, no, you have to send this back down. If I click this up, now it goes back, so let's send it back. Wait. Okay, so here is it. But anyways, all of those things not so necessary. Now let's go to the second, which is tables. If you want to insert a table, right, all you need to do is you come and click on the drop down, and then you choose how your table wants to be, like the number of columns, the number of rows, and all the rest. Now once you click on, maybe you want to insert a table, maybe I put maybe day, and then subject. I'm trying to create a timetable, and maybe time. So day one I could put Monday, the subject I could put maths, the time, my studying time I could put 9 p.m. to maybe 12 a.m. Same thing, I go to Tuesday, I put chemistry, then I put maybe 7 a.m. to maybe 9:30 a.m. so and so on and so forth. Now you could also format this table by shifting, kind of let it suit your taste. All right, you can shift. Now if you want to delete a certain row or column, you just need to highlight it. Let's suppose you want to delete this row. Once I highlight it, all right, I right click, then I go to delete cells, then I take delete entire row, then I take OK, it deletes it automatically. Now let's undo. If I want to delete a column, I will select the column. All right, I right click, I go to delete columns, automatically it deletes. Now if I want to merge, all right, maybe I want to merge this row, I'll also select, I right click, then I take merge cells, automatically everything, all those lines disappear. So that's it for the tables. All right, you could also, if you come and double, you left click here, for example, let me see, you just come and left click here. Yes, wait, if I left click here, you can now see the various formats of the table. That's it, all depends on you. All right, let's go back to the home tab, and I think when this happens it takes you to table design, it takes you to the design tab. Let's go back to our insert. Voila. So no, let me take a simple something. Okay, now let's go to pictures. You could insert a picture. So if I want to insert a picture into my document, all right, my slash is supposed to be where the picture is supposed to appear. I click on picture. If it is online or in my device, I select where the picture is found. Now if it is my device, for example, I can just kind of select, oh wait, I can select a picture I want to insert. So selecting the picture you want to insert automatically appears. Now you realize that this is a picture I want to insert, right? You can also format this picture. When you click on the picture, you see this guy, you click on it. Now if you look, this picture I cannot move it from one place to another. You see I'm trying to move it but it's not going. So I can click and then I use, if I want to shift it from one place to another, I could click on this and then I'll be able to shift it. But when I'm shifting, when I'm coming up here, all of these text they also adjust. So if I click on this, for example, you see I'll be able to kind of insert it into something. Okay, if I click on this, I'll be able to move it without anything shaking. So I can be able to move it. Now you can also decrease the size of this picture. You could increase the size. In fact you make the picture, you try to format the picture to your taste. Okay, it all depends on what you want. Okay, let me see, let me try to put a picture here. Okay, so that's it for inserting a picture. Now inserting a shape now becomes very interesting. This inserting shapes is basically drawing. In fact, forget about icons and models, all right, because I think if you're not using this version you might not find it, and you can only use these icons and 3D models when you are online. All right, so you try to, I think it gives you the possibility to insert icons, maybe a phone icon whatsoever, 3D models, maybe a cylinder, a cone whatsoever. That's for those who do maths. Now let's go to shapes. You click on the drop down, you see so many shapes. All right, so be more focused here because you are going to see how to draw. All right, so if you want to insert a shape, for example, the first basic shape is a text box. When we are going to be looking at Microsoft PowerPoint, we'll see more on text boxes. But if, for example, I want to insert a text box, what's a text box? Is basically just a box where you write inside and then you shift it from one place to another. So if I click on text box, you now have to draw, in fact, how your text box wants to be, and then you can write inside the text box. Okay, maybe I can say hello everyone. Now you could also format your text box. You see I'm trying to, and as well, after doing this, you see that this text box is having the border is kind of black, right? Now once you right click on it, it takes you to shape format. That is now a new tab, okay, that we have not seen. It takes you to shape format, and when that happens, you could kind of come here, and then if I click on this, you see what happens. If I click on this, if I go to fill, I could fill the interior with a color of my choice. If I go to outline, I could give it the outline of my choice. Okay, I could also decrease the thickness of the borders, you see, or you increase the thickness of the borders. All depends on you. You could also change the borders to be like dashes. All right, so it all depends on you. But anyways, it all depends on what you want to do with your text box. You can shift the text box from one position to another in your document. Okay, now let's go back to insert. We go back to shapes. Now all the shapes are here, so you try to if you want to draw something, let us say I want to draw the XY plane. All I need to do is I click on my arrow. So if you want to draw, first of all you must have the visualized aspect of what you want to draw. You must know how it looks like. Then you try to combine shapes together to come out with what you want to draw. So if I want to draw the XY plane, for example, I've clicked on the vertical arrow. So all I need to do is I come and then I draw my vertical arrow. All right, now if it is not straight, because for example you can be drawing and going up and it's coming up like this, you just need to come to here. You need to format the size. So if I click on this, it changes the orientation to 0. The length, you also increases the length or it decreases the length. Now you could give it a different outline. Maybe I can give it the red outline. All right, as well as you could come to shape outline, you go to weight and then you try to increase, voila, you try to increase the thickness. So that is my vertical axis. All right, what about the horizontal axis? I go to, again, I now take the very arrow, but I now draw it horizontally. Now I check if the angle it makes to the if there is no orientation. So it is purely horizontal, voila. And then you could also give it this outline, and then you also increase the font, the thickness. Now you realize that this guy is shifting, which is not nice. So it is better you try to group. All right, so how do I group? Because see, when I'm shifting, automatically the document starts to scatter. So for me to move the document, for me to move the shapes together, you need to group it. So we click on, we select this. Once we select this, we need to press the control command, and then we go closer to the next shape you want to select, and then you kind of see this cursor with a little rectangle and a plus sign on it. Once it appears, you select. You see you have selected it too. Then you go to any of them and then you right click, then you take group. That is it. You now see you can now move it together. Okay, now we also need to label this axis, right, to be X and Y. So to label it, we need to go to insert, we need to take shapes, we take text box, we draw a text box, and then all we need to do is, if I want to call it X axis, I call it X axis. All right, now I also format this text box, because you see this text box, if I move it closer to this, you realize that the standard filling color is white. So for me to make it not to be filled, I can format a text box by going to shape fill and taking none. Then I go to outline and I also take none. You now see you can now move it from any position you want. You come and place it here. You could come here back to the home tab. You try to give it a red coloration. You try to increase. You put it at 12. You even try to bold. You shift it. You can shift it using your pointers. Okay, now you also need to group. So you select on this first guy and then you press Control. You come close to the text box and you select it, and then you right click on any of the shapes and then you take group. You can also ungroup. All right, but here we need to group. You take group. Now you also need to indicate a y-axis. So since I've inserted a text box already, I just need to come to the text box. I right click on it, then I take copy. Then I try to come and also take paste. You see it has pasted. Now we come and just edit what is there and change it to y. Then we shift it to the y-axis. Then we try to select with this. We right click. We take group. You see, as easy as that. Now if you want to place the origin, since you already copied, if you go to clipboard for those who have, you see I already copied my text, so I can just paste it again. All right, or maybe if you already copied, you can just go and press paste because it is still copied. I put my origin 0, then I shift it to where 0 is. then I select this guy, right click, and I group. That is it. So if I want to draw a line inside, or I want to draw a graph, so let's say, okay, I want to draw maybe a quadratic. I take this shape, it's an arc, all right, then I just draw the arc, okay, then I try to change the orientation. Remember, a quadratic is kind of, I change the orientation, then I bring it to where I am. Now I try to decrease it. Now you see, if I'm going up, you see, I think this resembles a quadratic, right? But we need to change, we need to orientate it to be like this. Now we can come here, and then now we can also send it to go up. I don't know, maybe if you want to draw for those who are doing physics, I think under waves you kind of see this in maybe an open tube or a closed tube. So I don't know, you could right click, and then you also try to format. Maybe I can give it the black. I try to increase the weight. I try to even put it in dashes. It all depends on you. You can also try to select, group, and everything moves on. All right, so I'm going to do a special video drawing so many things. All right, for now we are just dealing with the insert, so you can try to practice more on just trying to combine shapes. All right, just combine shapes of your choice. Any shape you want to combine, you combine. Okay, so even if I want to go to if I delete this and I want to maybe kind of draw a circle, I just come and click on circle. Once I click on circle, right, I just come here. I don't draw, because if you draw, it might not come out as a perfect circle. So you want it to be as a perfect circle. All you need to do is, once you take the oval, you just come and you click. Once you click, it now becomes a circle. Now, for you to, if you do this, you realize that you're already changing the shape. That's kind of an ellipse. So for it to be normal, increase and decrease the size at the edges. So just do this. Oh, in fact, yeah, I don't even think you have a perfect circle. But anyways, it resembles a circle. Now we can also remove the filling color. Okay, remove the filling color. You could change this. Now you could also decrease, and maybe, in fact, it depends where your circle is centered at. So kind of something like this. Okay, and then you right click, you copy, and then that's it. You can move it from one place to another. So basically that is it for the insert. So all you need to do is try to just visualize what you want to draw, then you try to combine the shapes together. All right, and practice makes perfect. Trust me, if you don't practice, it becomes extremely difficult for you. But once you practice, it's going to be good. That is why I'm going to leave out tutorials. Sorry, I'm going to leave out questions at the end. I'm going to leave out tags at the end. I'll tell you what to draw. Okay. So that is it for, let's go back to insert. That is it for inserting shapes. Now this other guy is not really important. Even this screenshot, not really important. Getting add-ons, you must use the internet, not really important. Add-in, sorry, not really important. If you want to insert a video, an online video, you must be online. This command is currently disabled. The document has to be open in compatibility mode. In fact, not all, yeah, the thing is that I have to be online, yes, and like I said, I'm using a higher version of Microsoft, so I could insert a video into my document. Yes, don't bother, I'm going to do that and I'll send to you. If you want to insert a link, for example, you click on link, and then all you need to do is, all right, is there, maybe I can also try to this a link, for example. Okay, so there's a link to my website. All right, so I've just inserted a link, but I inserted because kind of I had a link already. So if I want to start from scratch, all I need to do is I text to display. All right, so if you want to put existing file or web page, a place in this document, create a new document or address email, you need to type in the email. So if I'm talking of an existing file or text, then all I need to do is I type out the address here, maybe www.estudy is study universe. In fact, that's it already. Then I click on OK, automatically insert. But anyways, I can also do that without necessarily doing that. All you need to do is just type it out. So www.estudyuniverse.com. Once I'm done, I just press space bar, automatically becomes a link. If you go closer to it, you see you can easily click on it and you visit. All right. Comments, not so really important. Now let's go to headers, footers, and page number. Now we could do headers and footers without necessarily coming here, but all you need to do is, okay, let me try to cancel this page. Wait, let me try to. So all I need to do is, okay, I come below here. All right, whenever I'm up here, just bring your pointer down here, and once the arrow shows, you right click 2 times, you double right click, you double right click. Now automatically, once you do that, you see a new interface, the header and footer tab appears. So there are many tabs embedded, all right, inside the insert tab. Now if you want to put headers are basically kind of what appears up here. All right, if you go to headers, I don't know, it's your choice. You must not necessarily come and put these things here. You can put what you want. Maybe I can put digitalization journey. That is it. I could select it. All right, then I go to home, I bold, I increase the font size, I centralize, I change the color, I even underline. So you see, now if I go to the footers, okay, let me go back to this guy. If I go to the footers, now this guy is just kind of the page, what you want to be down here, but always give a page number. You go to page number, should it be at the bottom of the page? In fact, there are so many positions. Should it be the bottom of the page? If it's the bottom, you see how they are. There are so many of them. You choose what you want. Is it at the top of the page? You scroll and you kind of, you see the way it is. Is it at the page margins, that is to the side or to the left? You kind of see the way it is. So that's for the page number. So I don't know, let's see, if I try to choose this, you see automatically that is it. So you could even try to come and even wait, let us go back to what we have here. You could kind of you could kind of come back and then you format, you increase the size, you even centralize, you give it this guy, you try to send it down so that everything should show. You even come and format this man, yes, because if I right click on it, I can give it a new filling color. All right, what about the outline? A new outline. I could go back and change the color from white to black, or to black. Is black really okay? If I let's put this, then I leave. So you see, that's my page. If I maybe go down and I want to enter another page, automatically this is automatic. This is 2, okay, and anything you do, it appears in the next. This you see, digitalization journey is my header forever. My page number is automatic forever. You can scroll back up and we come here. Now I come here and again I right click and I enter here. Now you could maybe put presented by, it all depends on how your document wants to be presented by me. And then I even try to centralize. I put it in italics. I give it this guy, I increase, I bold, I change the color, I put a this thing, maybe I don't know, a top something. I could even change the line. I could even change if I go to borders and shading, you realize that you could, if you come to borders and anyways, when we go to design, we'll talk more about that. So you see, this is just making your document to be nice. All right, let's go back to insert. So we're with page number and all the rest. Now text box, I think I've seen it already. What's this? In fact, I've never even used this. Now The last part of insert is inserting equations. Yes, for those of us that type mathematics, inserting equations. Now let me go to a new page. All right, so how do I insert an equation? I just need to come to insert, then I click on equation. All right, automatically it becomes insert an equation. Now the equation tab reopens, so this a new tab now inside the insert tab. Now there are so many equations, there are so many functionalities here. So for me, I could use LaTeX. Like if I want to type out commands and I don't know the commands in Microsoft Word, I could use my LaTeX commands. It's going to work perfectly. All right, that is because I have Microsoft 2021. If you need it, you can get to me. I'll send you and you try to install. Okay, so typing equations is now something that is always very tedious. All right, you see, when I leave, I'm not inside. When I come back, it takes me back to it. When I leave, I'm not inside. When I come back, it takes me back to it. Now if I want to type, for example, a fraction, those are the various fractions. All you need to do is come and click on insert, then come and click here, go to the numerator, put 2, go to the denominator, put 3. Yeah, you are done with the fraction, and then you leave. Okay, we go back to our equation. If I want to put an exponential, I just need to come and click. If I need e, I just come and put e. If I need or x, whatever, x squared, all depends on me. Okay, you see radicals, there are so many, even subscripts. All right, radical, integral, summation, bracket, and so on and so forth. So like I said, in the next video I'm going to produce, I'm going to type a document, and you see how I'm typing the document, a mathematics document, a physics document, because I think biology, they don't ever need this in certain equations, but those who do mathematics and physics, you need these equations. Yes, you really need these equations, because if you don't do it, your document will not be presentable. All right, so I'll explore, I'll just do a specific video exploring everything here. Okay, but I think for now you can always try to explore. All right, because I'm going to give you a task at the end of this. I'll give you a task in a WhatsApp group for you to do. Now I think that is it for I think that is all for the insert. All right, because I've explored everything. Symbols, I think if you want to put in symbol of your choice, there are so many symbols you can insert in your diagram. I remember when I was preparing a document on polar coordinates, this is kind of a row, so I inserted these rows and I inserted these rows into it just to show beside the word rows. Anyways, now let's go to the design tab. All right, for the design tab, in fact, these first things are not so really important. Okay, we just concerned with the watermark, the page color, and the page borders. Let's begin with the watermark. Now the watermark is basically what appears. In fact, if I click on watermark, you go to custom watermark. Now your watermark could be a picture or it could be a text. If you go to picture, you need to select the picture in your machine. You need to take work offline, and then maybe, I don't know, I could take any picture of my choice. All right, maybe, in fact, let me see which picture can be good for the watermark. Okay, let me try to take this, and I click OK. Now I click apply, close. You see the background, right? That's a background, that's a watermark. Now if I come and click back here, you realize that I could shift it from one place to another. If I right click on it, I could decrease it. Okay, I can shift it, I can even change the orientation. It all depends on me. Now let's go back to design, watermark. Let's kind of close this. We go to watermark. Now in the case I want my watermark to be a text, all right, I'll need to come and click on text, then I keep the text here, maybe digitalization. Okay, now you could give the font name of that text. Maybe I can give it Century School Book, one of my favorites. If you take the size as well, in fact, just put auto. The color, you could give it a color. All right, a color of your choice. I don't know, maybe let me give it, In fact, let me just allow this color, or in fact, anyways, let me just put any color. It could be diagonal or horizontal depending on you. All right, semi-transparent is always better. If you take apply, you see the way it appears. You see, that is it, digitalization. So that's my watermark. All right, that's just to tell the person reading that this is maybe some information about the company or about you or about anything you want. So that's it for watermark. All right, now let's go to, you can also remove the watermark by just clicking on remove. Yes, let's go to page color. Page color, you see the way the GC pages are always some of you think it is maybe it's somebody has to master this thing so well to know. It's very easy. All you need to do is go to page color. Then if you want to make it to be you need to click on okay. If I want to make it to be green, I click on green. Now it is too bizarre, so I still go back to the page color. I take more colors. Now since the original color is green, I can now change the kind of I can say the opacity of this green color. All right, yes, you can change the opacity of this green color, make it to be not too deep green. You see, you can change it here. All right, if I click OK, you see it's now making sense, right? It's now making sense. Anyways, at the end I'll show you some documents that I did using this. Now you see that once that happens, this color, this digitalization that we gave it, this sky blue color does not really appear nice again. Now let's go to page borders. Page borders, not really nice. If you go to a box, right, now that is, if I go to a box for example, and then you go to color, you can give the box a different color, maybe a red color. You see, now you go to the thickness of the borders, you could give it this thickness. If you come here for example, wait, what is this? You could also give it the, in fact, should it be dashes? I don't know, all depends on you. So let me give it, let's say, be lines for the whole document, yeah, or maybe for a section of the document, depends on you. Once you click on OK, you see what happens. That is it. So those are the borders. Now you realize that the borders is touching your numbering, so you can come here and right click, and then you kind of even shift this man inside. All right, and once you shift, everything shifts. Okay, now these borders are not so bold, so I go back to design, then I take this. If I try to change the color to black, and I take OK, you see, that's it. So there we go. All right, so I think that is all for the design tab. What is more useful that you can be using, that's it for the design tab. So in the next video we look at the layout, and in the next upcoming videos we kind of look at how to draw. Okay, because at the end of the program you need to know how to set up a document, how to draw, in fact how to digitalize your lesson. Okay, so let me just show you some examples of, I think I did the polar coordinates workbook. Polar coordinates. All right, so you need to really work on your presentation. So that is it. You see my headers, I place this as my headers. Now this kind of the first page of it, I needed to draw. Then my footers, I just put some basic information about myself. Now since it was a little workbook, I had to give some acknowledgements to some things and to some textbooks that I used in producing my dedication. Then I began my lesson. You see, everything here is in Microsoft Word. All right, these are fingers, these are symbols. Yeah, these are symbols that I inserted. Now I just, you see, everything drawn. Now these polar graphs were just I downloaded them online, then I inserted into my document. Then I was just formatting it to my taste. So everything here is drawn. All right, everything here is drawn except the polar graphs that I had to download online. So basically this was a little workbook that I did once when I was teaching further maths, and some students that were interested had to buy, and I even projected I did a little PowerPoint and I projected the lesson, and it was very well presentable. So you see all these drawings basically done using Microsoft Word. Everything there using Microsoft Word, no external software use, everything, all the formatting using Microsoft Word. So guys, or teachers, sorry, it's going to be very interesting if by the end of the day you are able to come out with something like this. Yes, it's going to be very, 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 very interesting. So I think, I don't know if I should show you guys something else again, because at the end you need to work, you have so much work to do. Let me take maybe using my pamphlet, further maths pamphlet, simplified series. In fact, I don't know which one is really it, but let me just click on this one and see. It's too heavy that the word is not responding. But anyways, it's going to open. Alright, so I don't know if this actually the updated. No, this is not the updated. This is not the updated. Let me see if this is the updated. Not really the updated, but anyways, just no, this is not the updated copy. This is not the real copy of the pamphlet. But anyways, you see I created styles, right? You see if I come here, there's a different style. If in fact, though I'm going to show you guys this later, if you go to review, no, if you go to view and we take navigation plane, it carries me to my table of content directly. Yes, I'm going to show you guys how to do this. So I can click and navigate my document to any side of my document that I want to go to. You see, so I think we can end here for today. So in the next video we are going to look at the layout, though the layout is not going to be so complicated. And then in the last two videos we are going to employ everything, like we are going to execute everything. Yes, you see, I'll kind of bring a GC paper we try to replicate, and I'll give you a task to do. Alright, thank you very much for watching, and any questions, the comment section is open, the WhatsApp group is open. Thank you.